Today we're out at the Tyrendarra IPA and we're looking at a structure we've put in recently up the top end where there's a drain to divert some water back through an old watercourse and some part of the aquaculture system. By being able to raise the water level in the creek and stop it draining means that water can find its way back along its original course. As part of the work I do, we use sandbags a lot, so we've used a similar approach here and just built a sandbag weir. A big part of that was just getting the levels right so the water would divert back into the watercourse when we got a flow.
We've had this property for more than 20 years and we know where the aquaculture systems are, so we knew that they weren't receiving the water that they traditionally had. So we've always had this ambition to restore water flows right throughout the lava flow, in fact. We've done that with Lake Conda or Tayrak with the installation of the weir there. This is a smaller scale project, but it's been one that's been more than 20 years in the making. We wanted to restore water at the top of this property. There's what they call the European drain. It's around about 2 metres in depth. It cuts through what they call the Homerton swamp and drains into Killara or Darlets Creek at the northern end of the property. So the plan has always been to put some sort of diversion in the drain, fill the drain in, and then from that to restore water flows within these wetland systems where the aquaculture systems are. If there's one thing that really disappoints me, it's taking a tour group out and showing them a fish trap in operation that has no water in it. It's much better to have a bit of water. It really tells the story so much better. So look, we're looking forward to it. We recognise that we're probably not quite going to get back to what we call traditional systems, but we'll do our best.
The drain that we've put the block in, it took a while to fill up, but now that it's full, every time we get a bit of rain, it comes up a little bit. Some water's going over the top of the drain, the weir in the drain, but more importantly, we're actually seeing water going back down the old watercourse, which it would have 50 or 100 years ago before that drain was put in place. We're seeing really nice, gentle flows and pretty much what we expected to see and hoped to see. So with this watercourse, we're opening up a lot more areas throughout this particular bit of country for fish to breed in. There's also the bird life that will feed in around here and hopefully nest as well, plus all the frogs which are around here and breed in those wetlands.
So about 10 years ago, when the Cultural Heritage Management Plan was being done for this area, they found an old fish trap here. And I think nowadays it's really good to be able to see the water flowing through here. Everything's connecting really, really well and all feeding off each other.
Yeah, culturally, being a Gilgar Gunditj man, this is where my ancestors lived, and to see that water restored back into the aquaculture system is very important, and something I've showed my boys too. Yeah, it's really good. One day we were up at the weir and Lockie come across some dwarf galaxia fish and we just picked them up in our hands, and that was really good to see the fish in the system still.
The aim moving forward will be to keep monitoring, probably for another 12 to 18 months, all the ecological effects, monitoring the water levels at the weir where we sandbagged, the upstream farmers, and monitoring the fish waste structures.
We think if everything works okay, if it works to plan, and early indications are that it's working extremely well, that we will, as a community project, we will put in a weir ourselves. It'll probably be a rock weir that will replicate some of the traditional fish traps.